What is going on, everyone's? We are here and we are back with another episode of
Is My Point Valid?
Yes, indeed. I'm yours truly, Brandon D.
And I am Camille A. Stocker.
And the topic for today is going to be
Truth has become a lie.
Man, we live in some crazy times, man. And the more we continue to bring y'all the truth, the more people call us a lie.
Oh man.
We liars.
I'm a liar.
What God says and what the Bible says is a lie. Let them tell it. But I'm here to tell you that you's a lie. Straight up. And we're going to watch a video. It's a lady who she's very intentional about the way she explains this. Because we're, like I say, we're living in some crazy times, and what does she call it?
Unreason.
Yeah, we're living in a time of unreasoning, and I'm confused.
Why don't you want to reason? Why don't you want truth?
Logic.
Why don't you want to critically think? Why don't you want to use your own brain to figure out if this is a truth or a lie? Why do you depend upon experts and the elitists, as people say, or higher up?
Y'all hate the very people with the money, but the people with the money is the ones that are telling you what to do, and y'all following these people. Right. Like I say, unreasoning. There's no logic to any of this.
Right.
It's just a bunch of talk. We're gonna listen to her.
A bunch of talk and a bunch of following.
Yeah.
Where are the leaders?
Yeah. But let's get into it.
Truth has become a right-wing concept. You cannot say it, because if you say it, you are considered right-wing. And to be right-wing is to be in league with the forces of evil. It is a Manichaean division between ideologies of one kind or another and those who don't subscribe to those ideologies. And the ideologies brook no dissent because they represent, in the minds of people who promote them, they represent goodness, brotherhood of man, progress, reason, education. And anyone who opposes them is against all good things. So they are not just wrong, they're not people to be argued with. They're people to be removed and silenced, because otherwise you're against all good things. So it's that division between good and evil. And unfortunately, if you stand up against an ideology like, I don't know, so-called anti-racism, which basically says all white people are bad.
Critical theory.
Or critical theory. Or you stand up and say a woman is defined by her biology. So you're against transgender. So, as you know, there's no discussion. You are cancelled. You are removed. You have to be silenced. This dissent cannot be permitted. So we're in what a thinker of a previous...
And what's crazy is the reason why they're so quick to cancel people is because they really don't have a legitimate argument. There's nothing that they can say that can convince other people that what they think is real. Because it's not. It's all made up. And normal people are not trying to hear it. So with that, that's why they're so headstrong on canceling people and eliminating them, because I don't want to argue with you. I don't want to defend my position because I really don't have one.
Like, for example, I'm insert what's happening with Snoop Dogg right now, right? About him saying about the LGBTQ community. And so they're trying to cancel him, but his argument is valid. And he doesn't even come from it at the standpoint that we come from it, from a biblical standpoint. He's just saying, yo, I know a man and a woman, I know
don't need this around my kids.
Right. So he's not coming from it biblically, but they're canceling him because it's, well, you should be accepting of everybody. Look at what you do. You're supposed to accept everybody. But logically, that's not true. It doesn't make any sense. And you can't explain it because at the end of the day, deep down, you know it's wrong. So, like Brandon said, I cancel you. I'm going to get you out the way. But how do you cancel somebody? You're not that important. But anyway.
Age called cultural totalitarianism. No alternative is to be permitted. Now, first of all, that is an assault on.
And that's what they would claim that Donald Trump is doing. But on the other end, you have the very people who are claiming these things are the ones who are trying to do it. That's more government. That's socialism. That is all of these things take from someone to give to someone else. That's all of these things. Globalism, totalitarianism. That's what they're pushing.
Yes, and they're take away. What is it? Capitalism.
Yeah.
Take away what you.
The
work
very
for.
system who has gotten everyone the success they have, or the reason why people migrate or immigrate to here is because of capitalism. They don't come here. They don't leave socialism to come to another socialist country.
Right.
They don't leave doggone a dictatorship to come to another dictator.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. The things that y'all saying aren't real. The person that y'all are portraying these things on, he's no comparison to the people that y'all are comparing him to. It's not real.
But it will become a reality because people are pushing it. Like you. So if we say it and we put it out there, we make videos and we use this word salad and we use these languages and we take these words captive and then we make these words our own, then that becomes real.
And create new words.
But in reality, in the reality of the world, it's not real. You're creating something that you're going to have to depend on somebody else, and you will never be free because you are the freest that you've ever been.
You are a slave to your ideology.
Right. And so
which isn't real. That's why you have children these days killing themselves because of AI.
Something that isn't real.
They're not living real lives. They're living computer lives of they could be whatever. How can you be whatever you want to be and you're still miserable? Ponder on that.
Individual freedom of expression and freedom, but it's also a complete repudiation of reason. Because if you say there is nothing that you can say that can dissent from my ideology, and you say you're bringing evidence to oppose me, well, that cannot be the case. If you're denying evidence and reality and thinking and engagement with an idea, then you're denying reason itself. And so the irony is that in an age of supposed reason, we're so rational that we've dispensed with religion. Only idiots have any kind of religious sense because it's not based on reason. That's the thinking. So we're so rational, we've got rid of religion, and yet we are repudiating rationality completely. This is
confusion.
Quite add up. So I would say that we are in a new age of unreason. That's what we're in. An age of unreason. That's what we've unleashed. And it's an irony because we've done it under the aegis of being rational. But in getting rid of religion, we have unleashed an age of unreason. And what follows from that is the erosion of freedom.
So you remember you just said, how are they, whatever? Because there's no God. There is God. But what I'm saying in the sense of, they don't believe in God. They believe in self. Everything that you look at, self-care, self-love, self. And then in the Bible tells us too that you will be lovers of self, and that's all you see. You watch a commercial, you could be on YouTube, you can listen to it in a song.
She's gonna get into the whole the destructive mindset of being the individualist.
Mm-hmm. So
our whole purpose is to create and help.
Yes.
Be of service. Mm-hmm. It's not about you.
Right.
We have people who have children who still think life is about them. That's why children can't read. But you calling yourself the most educated. That is the most dumbest thing I've ever heard. How can you take pride in you calling yourself the most educated, but your children are the least educated?
I told you yesterday I watched a little short, and this woman said, having children is the most selfish thing adults can do. And I was like, so there goes that what we started with.
The truth.
You don't believe in God. Because if you say that having children is selfish, then you're saying that God saying be fruitful and multiply is a lie.
That's a lie.
I can't have that. I can't stand for that now, because we need the children to replenish the earth for legacy. Hello.
Y'all ain't doing much thinking, man.
To think, freedom to speak, freedom to act, and a complete confusion about where the limit should be drawn between what I want and what others need. My duty to others and my wish to realize my own potential. In other words, it's I versus we, and all those things. And the confusion is epic. But that's where we are. But again, we have no cultural leaders, religious, political, whatever, standing up saying this. And I'm sure, I may be naive, but I'm pretty sure that what I'm saying may not be thought about in these terms by many people. But I'm pretty sure that if enough leaders got up and said this, it would start striking chords, because people need to live in a society which is civilized, which looks after the welfare of others rather than yourself. We all know this. But we've kind of...
We should know this.
We do know it. But let's look at civil rights. And I know.
That's your favorite time of
what did civil rights do? And you could talk about Jim Crow, you could do segregation, cool. Civil rights actually put us in a state of more separation than ever. How, Camille? Well, civil rights is supposed to be for everybody, because we are in the United States of America. Civil rights is the civil rights. And we already had rights.
But we need civil ones.
The civil rights, when you learn about it, it is the fight for Black people to be shown as humans. They were already humans. They were already doing things. They were already building communities, jobs, all these things.
Y'all thought y'all wasn't human.
Right. So then now, what do we see happening in 2025 when everybody's saying, oh, there is no racism or whatever is happening. There's racism is more today than it is whatever, blah, blah, blah. Right. And so you see that we should be looking out for one another, but we don't, because there is this conversation, that word salad, that language again, white people bad, Black people good, minority good, white people bad. So if you don't look for God or read your Bible or have some type of religion, or you have pastors, preachers, reverends, popes, whatever, whomever, saying you should love your neighbors, period, point blank, period.
Not the Black ones.
Right. But you have pastors, reverends, popes saying treat that black person with the most highest respect and treat that white person like trash. That is what's happening. And we should be helping one another. But it's that blockage of civil rights movement.
My skin color, I gotta stick with my skin color no matter
no
what.
matter what. Not to say if somebody's done something wrong, it's ridiculous. Skin color.
Just one
I
thing.
don't like you because you are white.
Yeah.
What? Okay, it was interesting.
There. Yeah.
Allowed ourselves collectively to ignore it and push it to one side. It requires leadership. We don't have it. That's the problem.
And I think the leaders are very headstrong, intentional.
Yes.
About telling you the opposite.
Yes.
They're like Jamal Bryant with this whole DEI boycott Target. What in his ale does that have to do with that pulpit that you're standing at?
It doesn't have anything to do with it. And I always tell you this. I don't have the resources, right? I have all the ideas, but I don't have the resources. So that church in Atlanta, Georgia has the resources. It has the members. It literally has the resources. It has the land. And so if my idea is, okay, you're boycotting Target because you see whatever it is that you see. Well, how do you fix the problem for the community that you're saying should boycott? If you're boycotting Dollar General and you can go to Dollar General and get something for $1, what are you doing to supplement what you're saying they should boycott? And why I say Jamal Bryant or any of these other big mega churches who are, because a church, the physical building of the church and the spiritual church, we should be helping one another. Mm-hmm. So if you're just saying target that person, but the person in your church still can't eat, what do we do?
Stop listening to them.
You have to stop listening to them. And I am for community. I am all for community. But how do you continue to be somebody so big and so massive, and you are steady taking from the poor? And if you read Amos, if you read Hosea, it talks about people in these politics and government who are getting rich off the poor, but you're not making a way for them to be helpful. For them to have
you ain't giving them none of them resources.
Right.
You just talking about you can do it.
You can do it.
I like motivational speakers.
And then
you can do it.
And then also we'll purchase from Black companies.
Yeah. What are these Black
companies? Where are they?
At?
Well, you go to this website and you do this. I think as a church building, as a physical church building, why are you not having food drives, right? Like people go to I've been watching videos about
bake
the
sales and
right, all of these
that.
things. Have cakewalks, like have a fair or something, and you're serving the community. But
y'all want to be out here marching and protesting,
right?
A bunch of worthless actions that get nothing to no one.
While the poor is still becoming poor. And they're giving
pastors is steadily getting richer.
Right.
You're giving up your last coins to a nigga at a pulpit, and he ain't doing nothing for you but telling you what you should be doing, and you have no means of doing it.
And he has the resources. He knows people where there could be a community store, right? I'm saying a community store where you do go purchase your food, but make it affordable, but it's for that community.
I remember when Jamal Bryant said that he had all that land and he was going to start growing weed for the community. You should have built a grocery store, a hospital or something.
Or you could take, I mean, of course, it's his land. He can do whatever he wants to with it. If it's the church's land. Start a garden. So you have you could a farm,
a real, not just weed,
right?
Food.
A farm, potatoes, carrots, and the community can come and have fresh vegetables and fresh things.
Matter of fact, you need to link up with a pharmacy so you can help some of them doggone people because Atlanta has the most AIDS in doggone the country.
You're right.
That's what you need to be doing. You need to put your money on some of that farm and some of that clinic medicine so you can save some of your people. Because they over there burning terribly.
That's good.
Real talk.
And I guess we're just using him because he is the face.
He on the forefront.
He's on the forefront. And so we look at this and he's up in his pulpit and he's telling lies.
Selling wolf tickets.
Yes. And here's what the people need to do. Question the narrative. Question
even if you like him.
Question it.
Because y'all get blind once you like somebody.
Question it.
Y'all for everything they do. Once you start liking them, then y'all for everything. But you use your brain.
Yep.
And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. So, like always, it is love, peace, and soul.
Bye.
Like Soul Train, baby.